Well, Wayne and I are out on a little expedition to do some stretching, and we've come back to a little creek that normally runs as nothing more than a trickle with a few pools that we can pan in. And now, because we just had these nice couple of rainstorms come through, why this little creek is moving along plenty well enough to run a couple of sluices. So we decided to take advantage of that and come and see what kind of material we could get. Alright, first off, I've got my little drop riffle sluice here set up and running, and I'm using that to sample various sections here before I start shoveling into my bazooka, which is right over there. Alright, and Wayne, on the other hand, has decided to go upstream. Let's see, if you look right down here, you can see Wayne's shovel. Right, there we go. And that's where he was working this area of the bank, and did not get much at all. It's just some flour gold, fly poop. And so Wayne has decided to go upstream. They spin around here without falling over, of course. And way up the stream, we can see Wayne. And he is checking out an area of bedrock up there. As we can see, the stream runs down here. It's not running all that well except right there. And I mean, we could run a sluice there. Then coming on down, we've got pools. And I have been digging right over here, where you can see the crowbar there. I've been digging this area out here, and I don't know if you can see under the water there, there's a couple more big boulders to pry out, and I might start getting into the gold, because right now my last pan was about 10 tiny little pieces of fly poop, and that was it. So if I really decide to get after it, why I'll see what I can do about getting those big chunks of rock out of there and digging underneath them. There should be some gold in there somewhere. Now, this particular area, you can see we have the flat bedrock right here where my bucket is, and just beyond that there's a deep pool, right? And at the bottom of that deep pool there are a couple of little, well, not little, but a couple of fairly good-sized cracks. Down at the bottom of those, I found a ton of mercury when we were here before. And just goes to show you that the 49ers were working hard in this area and left a little calling card in the form of mercury there for me. So I got all that mercury out, and it's now in my mercury bottle. I keep 2 or 3 snuffer bottles in my bag, and one of them has just got mercury written on it, and all the mercury coated gold and the actual liquid mercury and amalgam that I get, why I throw into that particular bottle so I don't contaminate my other snuffer bottles. So that's what's going on. Now all we need to do is find some gold so I can show you some pretty yellow stuff. Well, I'm back at the spot that Wayne and I were at the other day. We only got some small gold. Wasn't even worth sitting down and doing a major cleanup and showing it on the video. However, I had a couple hours to kill, so I ran down here by myself today just to move some more dirt, and in this case I think it kind of paid off, because I was just doing my last bucket when this showed up in my little drop riffle sluice. I've been using both the bazooka sniper sluice and my little buddy drop riffle, and right down here in the drop riffle, I'm going to get down here where hopefully you can see. Let's see if we can pick up what's showing up there. Okay, well, we're awful close and through the water. But that thing right there in the in the corner of the first riffle is a nice little picker. See if I can zero in on it here. And the automatic focus of the camera is focusing on the water. So you can see right there in the corner, hopefully you can see that nice chunky little picker. Alright, right in there. Whoops, we're going nuts again. See if we can back off just a little bit. Sneak up on it just a tad. Okay, well I think that's probably as good as it's going to get, but upper left hand section of that first riffle, you can see a nice little chunk of gold. Alright, so it'll be interesting to see what else I got in there. I did get into some nice sandy clay in my last bucket, and that's the reason that I'm starting to get into the better gold. However, I do have to run to the post office, so I'm going to have to wrap it up right now and come back and do it again on another day. Alright, well, I've cleaned everything up, and now I'm trying to get here so I can get a decent shot of the material, or the gold, in the pan. But this is not doing much for me with the reflections and all the good stuff. May have to get down and... Hey, wait a second, here we go. Right. I think I'm going to throw this stuff in the green pan because there's just too much difference, too much contrast basically between the black pan and the gold. So I'll dump this in the green pan, and there we go. Doing this left-handed is always a thrill. Okay, I think we got all that. There we go. Alright, since I'm right-handed, I gotta do a little work here in the green pan. Hold on. I've got it pretty well cleaned up here. I'm not going to worry about anything else. And let's see if we can get a shot of the green pan. And let's go to as wide as we can get. And sneak up on this stuff. Oh look, sunshine. Maybe that'll help us out here a little bit. I sure don't see us in focus on this. This is kind of weird. Oops, wait a minute. Okay, well there's the shot of the picker. And let's see if I can get everything into shadow here. And okay. Alright. I'll go back a little bit. Alright, well, I don't know if you can see it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 10 pieces of gold plus the picker in here. And let's see. Running around the edge there. Okay, close enough. Alright, well I'm home from this last little trip where I got the picker, and it occurs to me that I haven't taken a picture of my snuffer bottle in, let's see, the last 4 trips. So it's definitely time to do a snuffer bottle shot. And so right here in the back of my truck, is the sniffer bottle shot. Let's see if we can come in here on this a little bit. Alright, and there is a nicely, yeah, well, just a nice bunch of gold. Let's see if I can get a little closer on this and get those into focus. And there it is. Okay, it's decent gold for just playing around in the mountains, and that's what makes living up here just outside the just outside Yosemite a really nice thing. I'm certainly glad that I retired here. Alright, that's it for Herd Hawk, and we'll try and get this video up for you guys fairly soon.